What's up, world? I'd like to welcome y'all to another episode of Cleanslate Lifestyles. Our brother Will, and I got my big cousin, No Screws the Giant here. I'm glad to have him, I'm very excited about having him here, man, because he's been a big encouragement in my life as far as when I was growing up, as until now. He's been through a lot of things. He had a wonderful testimony that I think some of you youngest need to hear about. So, world, Screw.
How y'all doing? Screws, named Douglas Rogers, like you said, they call me Screws. No Screws, which was an old handle that I went with when I was recording as an artist. But yeah, I'm here to shed the light or whatever you need, light shed, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So definitely here, social support for my cousin, brother Will. I want to say first and foremost, I'm proud of you. You know what I mean? And showing a lot of inspiration for the kids, because we all know how we came up.
Right.
So, I think it's definitely an inspiration.
I dig that. Thanks, man.
Appreciate it.
You want to explain to the world a little bit how you grew up?
Okay, I'll give you that. I actually grew up in a middle class family. Both parents in the house. 4 other siblings. Well, 5 of the siblings, my sister, who would come and basically stay with us for the summer. But however, I was the youngest of 5 boys. Just a typical household, basically. But somewhere in the in the cracks and the crevices, I slipped. Basically, letting the outside influences I gravitate toward. I gravitated toward the outside influences that was in the community. Which not saying it was a bad neighborhood, not saying it was a good neighborhood, but it was times I had a lack of guidance, or maybe love, now that I understand what love is.
Right.
I'm saying I had a lack of that, so that compelled me to go out on the streets and try to find that,
Right.
Try to find that emptiness, that I wasn't getting. And I don't fault my parents, If they raised me the best way they know how, but
right.
The
street life is
in some ways, I'm gonna make up for it somewhere else, That's anything. So yeah, I gravitated to the streets and found myself in a couple of situations.
What were some of the things that you were involved in the street?
I was involved in everything from stealing, robbing, selling drugs, just the things that the negative pulls that came from my environment. Hanging out, in gangs and everything else. Basically trying to find my fit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
As a young kid, trying to find my fit, my niche. I quickly learned, that wasn't the right route. However, when you condition to think a certain way, you continue to keep doing the same thing. What they say is insanity. The same things over and over, expecting different results.
Right.
Basically, that's what I was.
Did you have any type of run-ins with the law or anything?
Oh yeah, running with the law, definitely. That comes with that lifestyle.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So whenever you see, I call them entertainers, when they glorify one side of it, it's always another side to it. It's yin and yang, positive, negative. So the successes that they call success, the money and all the accessories that come with glorifying that. On the other end, man, you gotta handle the repercussions, the ramifications, the consequences, everything that comes with that lifestyle. So
right.
Yeah, I definitely, started off young. I was my first jail stint, which was probably a couple of days. I was 13.
13.
You know what I mean? So
right,
13 away from your family for 3 days felt like a year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're used to being around your family. So yeah, my first stint was 13. 3 days at 13. 3 days and for a stolen car.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Stolen car, went a joyride and stuff. However, when I got that first taste of it was like, oh, I ain't gonna never do this again.
Right.
But how quickly do we forget? You know what I'm saying? Like things you forget a lot of the struggle. So when I got out, I got back with the run. And that's why I say, man, it's definitely your company is definitely an impact. You know what I mean? The decisions you make in life, you know what I mean? They're going to have influences. So we get back with the same. It may sound cliche, but that's what my mom always told me. You get back with the same crowd, you're gonna do the same thing. But that actually was true.
No, proven fact.
True, because as I got older, my crimes progressed. You know what I'm saying? It went from stealing cars, stealing this stuff, to all right, I'm not about to sneak and do it. I'm a rob. You know what I mean? And again, I'm not saying that glorified in any way, but it's real, it's true. So from that, my crimes progressed and it got worse and worse. I started looking at one more time as other kind of cops. So second stint became longer, a few months. Third stint, 6 months. It was like they was giving me, I was just falling to the threshold, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So as I got older, I finally, when I turned adult, that's when I knew they weren't playing. You know what I mean?
What happened then?
You know, I caught a robbery case, and they weren't playing. You know what I mean? They gave me, you know, a total of 14 years. So imagine 19 years old with, you know what I mean, that type of time looking at and having to start from the beginning of doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, at the first beginning of it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
19, that sounds like an eternity.
It kind of shocked the family as well. Like I said, I used to look up to you as a youngin', and when I heard that, I was like, wow. But you would think, this is another part of that insanity, you would think that would have taught me a lesson. Like, dang, my cousin just got 14 years. You would have thought that would have kept me away from the streets. Like, oh no, I'm not gonna do that. I ran with it like that was a cool thing, you feel me? I'm like, yeah, cuz could do it, shoot. I could do it not thinking that I was gonna get caught.
Right.
But you feel me? I was involved into the same activities.
No doubt.
So,
and the thing about that, you know, initially you be scared because you don't know what to expect. However, it was like I was being prepped for this because going through the juvenile system.
Right.
But you're still not ready to be a kid amongst grown-ass men who's doing life and things like that. So when you get there, it was like, that was a very pivotal juncture in my life, you know what I mean? Like, that's when I had to make that decision. However, did I stick with the decision is another story, which I can go more into, but I had to make that decision because like, when I got there, it was like, you'll see people you ain't seen in years, and this is where they been.
right.
So it's almost like a reunion.
Yeah.
So you start seeing all the dudes from the block, and it's not as hard.
It's not that bad.
It's not as, you know, really, but that's how they got it designed. So you going everywhere, it's like a vacation. Now you got stripes, you know what I'm saying? I've been in prison, you know what I'm saying? So that becomes the mentality. However, you gotta take it upon yourself to like, okay, let me end this cycle and try to maybe self-educate myself, you know what I'm saying? Start doing some, you know, reading, which I did, like I separated myself. It took a few years, but I separated myself from all the nonsense. It's like, okay, how can I use this experience to grow?
Right.
You know what I mean? And to take it back even before then, like, when I did catch my case, you know what I'm saying? Now, keep in mind, I was, which we didn't even touch on, I was recording as an artist. You know what I'm saying? I had a contract, recorded contract in California. And that was the, man, that's, if I can say that was like the lowest at my lowest point of my life at that time, man. To see all the time I was getting, because the thing is, I had a record contract over in Oakland, California, and you know, I was flying back and forth, finished my album, everything, about to go on a promotional tour. This is how things work. About to go on a promotional tour. I was gonna start the promotional tour that Monday. However, I got locked up that Sunday.
Wow.
And could never make bail because I was on probation for the previous case. So I say, like, to this day, like, the money that company dumped into me, you know what I mean, the faith that they had in me, that ate me up a lot. That ate me up a lot in the beginning of my bid. It took me so long, even from that whole, the 10 I ended up doing, because I ended up doing like 10 years out of the 14. I got an early release. However, it took me so long to get over that, you know what I'm saying? That was a devastating blow to me, because it was like, man, I was there, you know what I'm saying? And had I appreciated that moment, and had I appreciated that, you know, blessing that God was giving me, you know, I wouldn't have been in that situation. So it took a lot for me to convert from feeling bad, feeling pitiful, feeling ashamed for those I let down, including you, family, and everybody else who was rooting for me. You know what I mean? Like, it ain't every day somebody make it about you know what I'm saying, out of this lifestyle into something pop, you know, successful, you know what I'm saying? So I let a lot of people down, and that did, you know, that devastated me to a degree. But it took a minute for me to be able to just convert that to like, okay, I did that. Now, where I go from here, and how do I use this situation, you know what I mean, to better myself? And, you know, maybe that wasn't God's plan, this is God's plan. That's kept me sane throughout all that time. People ask me, how could you do that much time? That's what kept me sane. It's like, man, God got a purpose for it. You know what I mean? And this is what I gotta live. And that kept the silver lining and all that. You know what I'm saying?
Right. You said something earlier about when you get incarcerated, you see other people that you ain't seen in a while when you look at it as a reunion. I really relate to that because due to my activities, and when I got caught up my first time, he was one of the first people I was like, where's he at?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I knew that you was down, so I was trying to be nice with you, like, where's my cousin at? You know what I'm saying? And even on the streets and incarcerated, everybody that know you always speak high of you, you know what I'm saying? So even though I was in another city, and you was there, I was still getting word on what you was doing, you know what I'm saying? So it made me more encouraged, like, oh shoot, Doug, he doing good, you know what I'm saying? He working out by this gift. So it kind of low-key made my bid a little bit more easier because I was seeing that you were staying focused. So I'm like, I'm gonna come out with a strong mind state, like, you know what I mean? So
glad to be some help.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Right. Unfortunately, in that situation, but yeah, like I took that as an opportunity to grow. Like one of my favorite people I look up to, I draw a lot of inspiration from, is Malcolm X. You see that I got a tattoo. And the reason why is because that man went from someone who knew little to nothing, being in a state of ignorance, to self-educating, you know what I'm saying, self-education. Right. And I think that's the key, because can't nobody teach you nothing, you have to teach yourself. And what I mean by that, you have to take the initiative in my mind. You know what I mean? And when I read his book, I read it about 3-4 times, the big Alex Haley book. Yeah, autobiography. Which I would recommend anybody to read, but especially the young black man in America. However, like, it took you from the Detroit Red, or from the Malcolm Little to the Detroit Red, and where he, you know, like I said, didn't know little to nothing, and educated himself, went through the dictionary, learned all the words to the point where he was so articulate and became so empowering. That was influencing me. Like, wow, if he can do it, I can do it. So you know, you're amongst scholars and philosophers and everything, really. But you be around who you choose to be around. You want to be steeped on the block, and you get more knowledge on how to become a better criminal, then you can hang with them. Or, you know, I just use that time. I utilize that time to just eat books. I just read. It fed my mind, it fed my spirit, it fed my soul, and it kept me afloat. You know, throughout the whole stint.
So let me ask you something. When you did the 10, when you came home, what was your mindset like?
My mindset was like, man, I gotta do the right thing. Initially, that's my mindset.
Right.
And that's when I wanted to get back to how quickly you forget, how quickly you can revert back to your old ways. You know what I'm saying? It's always a struggle. It's like you build and get stronger. The devil build and get stronger. You know what I'm saying? Right. I'm doing push-ups. He doing push-ups right beside me. That's how I look at it. Like, so the temptations become even stronger because you're being tested and challenged. So I don't like to say I failed the test. You know what I'm saying? Because failing is like a word where I feel like I went through another learning curve. You know what I'm saying? So when I got out, that was my agenda. I wanted to do the right thing. I wanted to get back in the studio. However, prison did kill a lot of my spirit in them, as far as, you know, my passion for the music. You know what I mean? In a way. You know what I mean? Because when you're in a depressed state, you know what I'm saying, in that type of environment, that wear on you. Anyhow, when I got out, I got back in the studio. You know, I was 10 years away. You know, but that's all everybody, you want to get back in that, you got this, But anyway, I fell, you know, wayside again, you know what I mean? Because my plan no plan is really bulletproof, but it had no real solid foundation. I think that's what made me sway, you know, the other way. And
so you eventually end up swaying again.
And get right back in trouble. Right. You know what I mean? And like I said, it's a testament of God's work, because I thought I was ready, but he knew I wasn't. He let me get out and see how it is to, live as an adult. Because when I got locked up, first time I was a kid, 19, get out 29, now I'm an adult. Now I get to experience life as an adult, responsibility, paying bills and things like that.
Right.
And I think he showed me that, and then he took it away. And I got some more trouble. This time I was lucky, got 5 years. So I just gave him 10, come back and another 5 because I wasn't ready. You know what I mean? So, and like I said, man, it's an addiction. You know what I mean? Like we dealing with hustling, just like a dope fiend, crackhead, or whatever you want. These are all addictions, and until you fully grasp that concept, you will always be looking at it like it's nothing wrong. You know what I mean? I'm not the one running around stealing to get high or whatever. Right. You're still in the same melting pot because you're contributing to it, and it's also addiction of a lifestyle. So it was an addiction, you know what I mean? And I got locked up for possession of drugs and drug trafficking, and had to do another 5 years. I mean, they passing it out like it's nothing, but if you do the math, that's 15 years of my life.
Right.
Of my life, you know what I'm saying? That, man, I thank God I'm here with my mental intact, with my spirituality intact, and everything else intact. I like to say I am, but I probably have my, you know what I'm saying? I probably have my, shortfalls or shortcomings, you know what I'm saying, as an individual. But however, I've seen a lot of people who didn't make it through that, you know what I mean? And we know a lot of people that didn't even that's not alive, period. So God spared me for a reason. So since then, I've been home 2 years.
What you doing with yourself now?
I'm doing with myself now, man. I'm staying busy, man. I got a production company, Imperial Minds Entertainment. Well, entertainment company, rather. We deal with productions, entertainment, whatever. You know what I mean? Developing artists. That's my passion, which I thought left me. You know what I mean? But it didn't, though. It's deep roots, deep roots. So, we got the VVS movement. It's a shirt I got on right now. It's a clothing line. VVS is it's symbolic to the very precious diamond. You know what I mean? Almost flawless, but not flawless, which I feel like that's just individual that characterizes us. You know what I mean? We're not flawless, but we shine. You know what I mean?
Right. Just
like that diamond, you get from the rough and the dirt, you polish, you wipe that mud off, and you know what I mean, and you clean it up, how it's gonna shine. Right. And just like the pressure makes a diamond. You know what I mean? So everything we do with high quality. We strive to do with high quality. And it also can mean with however you want to apply to your life, very, very special, very, very successful, very, very sexy for ladies, very, very smart for the kids, or whatever, you know what I mean? So it's got an acronym to it, and it's also Team VVS, which is team, it's an acronym itself. Together, everyone advance the movement. And it's basically a movement when we dealing with people who can contribute to that, who buy into that philosophy, teamwork, make the dream work, and kind of combating that crab in the barrel mentality,
right?
And helping with another, and seeing what how can you contribute to be part of VVS? Because I want the whole world to be VVS. You know what I mean? Because that means the whole world is moving accord to something that's positive, dealing with the community and everything else. So that's what we're working on right now, and that's what kind of drives me.
I think you got the radio station as well, right?
Also got the radio station, so wugr.biz every Wednesday at 9 o'clock. Hump day, we try to get people over the hump, put something in their mind to, carry them out through the rest of the week. And also, man, I got a baby on the way, man.
Okay.
One more beautiful girl right here. It's a blessing, man. It's my first one. Yeah. So
how you feeling about that?
Oh man, I got the jitters a little bit. I get kind of nervous, but at the same time, I'm excited. Definitely excited. We'll see what's going on. How it's gonna play out. Be the best dad I can be. So
yeah, I feel it. So if you could tell the youth or tell the world anything that that they're getting out of life, if you had something really important that if you see that they're on the wrong road, what would be your words to tell them to guide them the right way? Some inspiration.
I would say, man, get in tune with yourself. And what I mean by that, not the social media, not the Twitters, not none of that people are putting maybe expectations on you where you feel you have to perform to their expectations. What I mean by that, stunting on Instagram or showing you got this, but this is not really you. So when you lay down at night, you ain't really at peace with yourself because you're being everything that you're not because you're trying to appease, your peers or appease everybody else that may have certain expectations of you. So learn yourself, and you do that. You can read, educate yourself, man, and listen to that spirit, that gut, that intuition, because that's really God. You know what I mean? 'Cause that's the God in us.
No doubt.
He's going, will give you the decision to make. But we feel it all the time. We're like, I felt in my gut. That's God talking to you, letting you know. You know what I mean? Gonna make you feel it. Now you can either, disregard it and move on. And normally when we do that, we, maybe fall short or whatnot. Find ourselves in predicaments. However, man, learn to listen to yourself. You know what I mean? That first thought. You always get that. That's your conscious. That's your rationale talking. That ain't the right door to go in, but you still.
So as far as your, let's go back to this real fast because there's a lot of people that will end up being misled and don't really know where your mind is at, as well as the others who you're rolling with don't know where their mind at. And they may be looking at you, may look at a video or something and think that you're glamorizing a certain lifestyle or something and may want to follow that and don't know, the real meaning behind it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like other people that may think that you're still in the game or think that that's all you do is stay in the club or whatever and don't know the meaning why you're up in the club doing what you do. You feel what I'm saying?
Right. It's always a positive, negative, and everything. I feel like as a hip hop or I use that genre of music because that's closer to the streets than any other form of music to me. But I feel that we're not creating no violence, we just report it. You feel what I'm saying? So when you see a person, it's a difference between when you glamorizing something and when you just actually report it. And what I mean by that is like you got people that have never been through anything in life, maybe been out on the outskirts, was always sheltered from that lifestyle, but using it to exploit it to make money.
Right.
You know what I mean? I think those people, make it bad for the ones who just giving you a report of what's going on. Because if I don't report it, you won't know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? It's like the reason why the Vietnam War ended is because it was being reported. Like you had real reporters over there showing what was going on, and that in itself, the exposure caused Americans like, man, this ain't even the war to fight. Same way with anything else. Like right now, we had a hype of racism. You know what I mean? It took the Eric Garner and the Michael Browns and the Trayvon Martin. It took that to be reported for you to understand. Like, now racism's still alive. This is really real. It's still real. So, and you had a lot of people who wasn't exposed to that, and and I like to use like more so white people. I'm not ready. It's like white people didn't even know they was racist until they was able to see what was going on. Like, man, if I automatically stereotype this black dude because of it, that makes me kind of racist. I didn't even know that. You know what I mean? So the exposure allowed them to see what it is. So it's the same thing with hip hop. Like, if we keep showing what's happening in the community, sooner or later, something's got to give. Something's got to, you know what I mean? And that's again separating from those who just exploit it.
Right.
You know what I mean? And just giving you one good side of it. But show them, like I said, show them the negative effects that the gang got. You know what I mean? I think that's the difference. So when you see VVS or when you see I use the hip hop for more so as a platform to grasp people's attention, because hip hop is the most influential genre of music, regardless. You know what I'm saying? If you got hip hop in it, I mean that's just how it is. So I use that outlet just to grasp their attention. Like, well, we doing this over here too. You know what I mean? It ain't just this. You don't have to get your attention. You know, now let's go. It's like you want to communicate with a dog. You gotta get on all fours and bark with him. You know, you know what I'm saying? Like real talk. Like you gotta be able to speak the language of the people. You know what I'm saying? If not, you'll be maybe that preacher on the mountaintop speaking to the body, and they're not gonna feel that. You know what I mean?
All right. Well, it's been a pleasure to have you, Big Cuz. Very glad that you came out. You know, speak the word to the people out here. You know, we look forward to hearing more about you and the VVS movement. Very excited about that. If you want to contact him, his information will be in the credits. And it's been a pleasure. God bless. Peace.